there, guys, welcome back to the worst Warmachine channel on the internet. I'm Malorian, and it's time for another Warmachine Battle Report. Now, this one won't just be a Warmachine game, it's going to be a Brawl machine. For those who don't know what the format is, I talked about it and why I love it. I'll put that link down in the description, but really just in a quick little 30 seconds, what it's all about is the people there at Line of Sight have put together this new format, one list, 25 points, 15-point sideboard, no like FA1, no huge bases, and there's a ban list. And the big thing with this too is that it's a best of 3. So we're gonna jump into this and let's kind of take a look what game 1 is, and you're gonna get a taste of what this is gonna mean as we go through. So on my side, what I decided to take for my 25 points is I have a Stryker2 list, and this one's a Flames list. He's really running the old Rowdy and then a Lancer, and then for the rest of my points, I really just have my Legion of Lost Souls, I have my Gabriel Throne, and then my requisition option is going to be Alexia 3. So nice and simple, should be very aggressive. This is really me testing, seeing if I can break the system by doing this. My sideboard is Precursor Knights that I can swap out there, and meanwhile, what I'm seeing on the other side there is Morvahna, and what my opponent here, Daryl's trying to do, is actually try and break the system more with recursion. So I didn't really think about this until I started seeing this and wondering how the different recursions would actually work against each other. But the idea here is that they're going to be very high armor, those skinwalkers with the UA, and so if you kill a couple, she just brings them back for a fury each, and then go, go, go. So this will be interesting. I think going into this, I'm going to have a really good shot at this, because not only am I going second, so I can jump on the scenario if I should choose, but as well, when I go in there with my feet and my super high armor, or strength rather, I should be able to hopefully wipe out the unit, is how I was thinking of this, and then past that, there won't be much for her to really recur, but we'll see. And the best thing is that since it's Brawl Machine, if we make any mistakes, well, you just re-rack and you do it again. So he goes first, he puts a spell up onto them so that, you know, of course, you can recur them, all that good stuff. Otherwise, you can see where the main battle group is going to the right, where he has a little group there on the left going to go and try and probably just contest that zone. But yeah, that's really it. On my turn then, I put Tough up onto the Legion of Lost Souls from Gabriel Throne. I put up D-Cell just because why not? And then otherwise, I'm just rushing up the zone, velocitying up, just trying to get really good and scary. So just trying to be in a good spot for that. Lancer on the left being a spot where I can go and try and tie things up and always should score that zone if he doesn't put something serious in there. And then, yeah, waiting to see what he does on turn 2. So turn 2, what he really does is try to shoot out a little shot there with Brenos there. It scatters, doesn't really do anything fancy. And otherwise, he's just taking position around that wall. Now that wall will make this difficult. Normally, the trade-off for them having such, good armor is they have pretty mild defense. Well, if you're trying to hit them on the other side of a wall, though, not so much. So this is obviously going to be my feat target going into this. And really what my plan is just hit them hard. I want my Rowdy to go after his heavy on the left, the Satyr. I want to charge and then feet attack as well on the right. I'll wipe out as many things as possible. I'm of course going to be contesting his flag. I'll score mine. If I'm lucky, I can maybe clear out the zone as well. But either way, attrition-wise, I should be far ahead. So that's really what I do. Everything works out fairly well. On the left side, I only kill one of them, but who cares? They're kind of engaged and all that good stuff. On the right, I did fairly well. I left only 2 left, so that's pretty good. And yeah, when I have +2 from Alexia there, and I have +2 from Throne, yeah, they're hitting at pretty good dice. I have a spot there where I could do positive charge as well, but I mean, that's already going to be POW 16, which is fairly good. So at the end of this turn, I score 1 point, and I'm way up on attrition and camping a bunch. So really what he goes for is kind of like a desperate assassination. It is going to be a feat. You can see we're on the right, like, when you kill my stuff and they explode into trees and kill other things around them, that's bad for all my infantry. They're all bunched up there. I probably shouldn't have bunched them up so much. So they all explode, but I have enough in the zone that he's not able to kill them all. You can see where he brought more of them back. And then she did try to put a mortality onto Stryker, fails that with a def 16, and then gets a couple of charges in. that doesn't do it. Tries to do some damage on the left, charging through, and again, really just trying to clear things up. He's going to counter score 1 point, but the main thing is that, well, now Morvahna is sitting there not camping, and so it's probably game over. And the way it's going to be game over is that Old Rowdy's just going to pick up one of those skinwalkers and throw it at her. That's going to knock her down. And then Stryker can just wander up there and pow, 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 she's dead. So if this was a regular game, it'd be like, well, that's the game done. See ya, Daryl. But nope, this is a brawl machine, so we're allowed to make some changes. And then we go at it again. So with that, I decided to, why not, let's put in the Precursor Knights. Now, in my mind, the reason why I was doing that is that they'd be ignoring the spell, giving them +2 armor, so ha 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 ha. However, then I realized after we deployed that, oh yeah, then Alexia 3 spell that helps undead doesn't help them. So I guess I'll get to craft some thralls, so that's something cool. But yeah, didn't really maybe think that through. Now, since he lost last game, he got the auto win the rule for initiative, and so he decided to go first again. I go over here again, and yeah, basically same type of thing. As you can see there, he's pretty much all going on the right now, and I think that's great. You know, maybe this will be a game that I go for scenario then. So he goes first, really moves up, goes up around that wall there. I then run up, much like before, putting up tough. Don't bother doing decel. I actually went in velocity a little bit further than last time. And then on his turn, he's really presenting me everything. Like, I thought this was a real mistake here. Just all the skinwalkers, whereas last time they were staying back, trying to keep some of their numbers alive. I'm pretty sure now I can just wipe out the entire unit. So I'm looking at this, licking my lips, knowing that, again, this will be a feat turn. He did make it so I can't really get to his satyr this turn, so that's wise. But if nothing else, okay, sure. I'm just going to try and wipe out all the skinwalkers and just be in a pretty great spot. So that's what I go for. I did come up short where I didn't kill off the UA, so that's not good. Otherwise, Rowdy's in the left zone, so that should keep that locked down. I'm scoring my own flag again. I don't clear out the whole zone, so again, just going up 1-0. Stryker's up in kind of a dangerous spot, but there's enough things around there that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay. One of the mistakes I did is actually Alexia went up to do the whole spell of no magic, and then I forgot to feet move her up 3 inches. So that's not smart of me, but otherwise I think it's going to turn out okay. So on his turn, this is when I realized that this little 3-man group of his has overtake and they get to kill things a bunch. So luckily I had spaced out for the feat and that made it so that they couldn't just chew through my whole army. But yeah, that wasn't good. Meanwhile, you know, since my Lancer was there kind of having a wall bonus, Brenos was hitting over the wall and the one Wolf UA wasn't able to kill the Lancer. So that means I keep contesting. And so that also means that I just can score my flag again. So that makes it great. However, he does score the left zone because not only does he just kill Rowdy like nothing, so that was kind of sad, but he also has bulldoze, so he just pushed me out of the zone anyway. So I go up a point, he goes up a point, it's 2-1, and really to me, this should be super easy then. I just need to kill the satyr, get Stryker into the left zone, and I'll just win on scenario. You know, unless I roll 665 for how much damage I take for overcharging and then kill myself. So, okay, Daryl takes this game. And again, this is one of the things I'm loving about this brawl machine is that when you re-rack and re-rack, there's just more silly things that'll come up that are memorable. So this is great. It's not like a thing like, oh, I can't believe I lost this big game because I overcharged. Well, okay, I lost one of my games. Let's re-rack, and we're now on to the third and final deciding game. So in this game, I decided to go back to my Legion of Lost Souls because, yeah, that seems to be a lot easier to use. And on his side, he makes a change, going down to basically a min unit of the Skinwalkers, and now he's getting Lord of the Feast and a Gallows Grove. So this is super scary, right? Lord of the Feast not only can normally threaten casters, and probably not Stryker because defense 18 when I'm with Old Rowdy, but he can just get in there and like wipe out almost my entire unit of Legion of Lost Souls. So it is really important here that I really watch my spacing. And so otherwise, hopefully I can get him with the feet attack or something like that. But hey, he's pretty much going all on the right. Obviously that one Gallows Grove is on the left to contest. And let's do this one again. Now, of course, I lost last game, so I could have chose to go first. But again, the scenario seems so live that I think I like the idea of going second and getting the jump on that scenario rush. So first turn, same type of thing for him. He moves up. Then on my turn, same type of thing. I'm being very, very careful about how far Lord of the Feast can go. So staying outside of that range, and then otherwise D-cell going up and just preparing. That means then on his turn that he goes for this. And now I didn't see this type of an attack going on. But what he does is puts Lord of the Feast on that side of the building and then just wraps them up with these skinwalkers. Now, normally that would mean that I probably can't get to the Lord of Feast, except in this case, I know I can. Because I can charge in, kill off the skinwalkers, and then with the feet attack, get even deeper. Now, one of the things that's going to be bad with that, though, is that of course then he has all those guys in the back there that can jump in and they can overtake and all that stuff. And because of how that terrain and the skinwalkers are, I can't really get too deep into them. Also, the problem is on the left side is that, well, I need to do something about contesting that zone, but he's far enough back that I can't really do anything about the satyr, and I know now that he has bulldoze and all that good stuff. So my plan here is defeat, kill off that little bundle in the middle, be in a very threatening position, and then just contest on the left while I go up on scenario. So that's what I do. I put the Lancer just inside there so that I can deal with it. Again, I know that his satyr will come in and bulldoze me, but hey, if he does, Stryker can go over and kill him, hopefully not overcharging death this time. Meanwhile, you can see in the middle, that went really, really well. Killed off all those guys there in the middle. I was able to not kill one of the guys there in the back. I mean, one of my guys just ran around and tried to get one attack, but hey, Mat 7 doesn't always do it. But yeah, wiped out all the skinwalkers, wiped out the Lord of the Feast. I'm standing there with my buddy Old Rowdy, base to base, so I'm defense 18 against punches, camping 2, feeling really, really good. And I was feeling really, really good until, well, first he gets off the mortality, so that wasn't good. And then his first 2 charging guys coming in, and remember, I'm defense 18. Okay, sure, defense 16 because of the mortality. But he cranks both of those, and then after that's done, it's pretty easy for Brenos to come down and just finish me off. And yeah, this time he caster kills me himself. He doesn't have to wait for me to kill myself with, overcharging. So as far as the best of 3 goes, this means Darrow wins, and there's my first Brawl Machine game. So what are my thoughts of Brawl Machine? Well, I think that it's fantastic, and I gotta say, like, these 3 games took us about an hour and a half, which is really what a regular game would take. And meanwhile, what did we get? We got 3 good-sized games where lots of interesting things happened. We learned lots of different interactions. We both learned more things about our armies, and it was just really good fun. I really do like this. One of the things that I did feel is that, as you notice there, even when I had a chance of going first, I didn't want to because scenario was so live. Just so you know, that has already been a new update to the rules, so now you need 4 points to win, not 3 like when we played this game, and I think that's a good move. I mean, of course, they're going to keep on playing with making new scenarios, changing the scenarios, updating the ban list, but I am super pumped for this. I know a lot of locals are also pumped for this, and it just opens up a whole new way of playing the game that is not only really, really good for new players, but also just fresh and interesting for experienced gamers, and also offers something new as well, where, if this had been one game, and let's say, okay, 75 points, I'm going in for this really important thing for Stryker2, oh, overcharge, I die. Well, that's the game. Bad luck means it's just over. But in this case, there's a best of 3. No, you re-rack and you get to go again. So I really love this. Hopefully you love it too. Expect to see more of it. So otherwise, thanks for watching. If you have any other comments or thoughts, please post them down below. And otherwise, we'll catch you later. Bye.